Hello there, Gemini, Gemini Rising, and of course all of you Gemini Moon people out there. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting February 3rd, 2020. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, should you ever wish to get a session with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or of course you may also just simply follow the links below. So what is going on when it comes to your astrology over the course of this coming week? Well, on Monday, we've actually got Venus, planet of love, affection, harmony, as well as attraction and favor, in your 10th house of career, forming a very helpful sextile to Saturn, the planet of restriction, inhibition, discipline, yes, but also structures working for and sometimes not for you in your 8th house of shared resources, passive income, as well as intimacy. And this can also cover things like debts, money owed, or money going out. Now with Venus sextile to Saturn, there seems to be some kind of help coming to you, where a restriction on either how much you keep when it comes to your money, or how much you keep at the end of the month, at the end of the pay period, is going to change. There's an alteration to how much you are capable of saving for yourself and saving for your family when we have Venus in this energy here. Because Venus is all about doing you a favor. This could be just an increase for you or the reduction of a limitation, a debt, or an expense. Something that is being gifted to you. Now remember, it's a sextile. You have to interact with these conversations. Sextile energies flow easily and freely, but at the same time, we participate in the astrology. We don't wait for it to save us. On Wednesday, we've got Mercury, planet of communications, haste, as well as speed, and efficiency. In that 10th house, newly arrived in that 10th house of career, Pisces, forming a lovely sextile to Uranus, which is currently in your 12th house of your past, your privacy, and your hidden zone. And something that you've been carrying on your back that has actually been maybe an ideal that has seemed impossible suddenly gets a chance to be realized. With Mercury in the 10th house, this can indicate a shift in terms of how you make your money, how you make your mark on the world or your career, that brings you some kind of freedom to start living something that has been a private dream, something you've been saving for later. Uranus in your 12th house is asking you things that you've been putting off for years, whether you're playing it safe or maybe, again, you're working around limitations that have been imposed on you. Why not now? Or maybe instead of 8 years, 3 years. Maybe instead of 2 years, 1 year. Maybe instead of 1 year, 6 months. With Mercury sextile to Uranus, something is allowed to happen for you much more quickly due to a change in your resources. This is combined, of course, with the influence of that Venus sextile Saturn, so I'm wondering how many Gemini people are suddenly going to have a chance to stop playing it so safe or taking it so slow. So before we move on to the cards, reminding everybody, check the down bar beneath this video or click on the arrow next to the title of this video if you're watching it on a phone, so that you can see all the links to all of the videos that answer all of the questions I normally get, including what sign should I be watching and how do I find the video that I'm looking for. Okay, it's all down there. It'll help you out immensely, so please do. So what is going on when it comes to your cards? Well, for your cards, we have this big talk about changing how we treasure, how we handle, and how we work with our wishes, our desires, and our most insane imaginings and creations. Because your spiritual themes all circulate around the Nine of Cups in reverse. And the Nine of Cups in reverse is essentially missing the point when it comes to setting our intentions in motion. And I'm not saying that as a call-out. Believe me, I love Geminis. The first person I ever fell in love with is a Gemini. But the thing is, when it comes to the Nine of Cups reversed, we have to learn how to create a crystal intention. If we don't have a crystal intention, it becomes distorted. And suddenly we start getting things that are only half correct, or maybe half right, or maybe there's a miscreation going on when it comes to something we're putting forth into being. If you feel like when you're trying to maybe work with other people, you're working on projects, or you are working on manifestation and creating new experiences for yourself, there's always something a little bit wrong. Well, the Nine of Cups reverse says, take a second, do something original, but make sure that you're crystal clear. How intimate are you with your intention, with your desire? What do you know through and through about the experience you're trying to create? Study. Stop talking about it, stop overthinking it, and study it. Figure out what it takes to have maybe the business you want to run, the family you want to have, the trip you want to take, or the house you want to build. Because with the Nine of Cups in reverse, it's basically saying that there is something going on where we have ideals, wishes, dreams that are grantable, totally plausible, but the only reason that they're not showing up is because we might not necessarily know what we're in for, and we might not be sending or aligning ourselves with the energy of what it takes to have the whole picture. Once we get familiar, once we can articulate it flawlessly, then we are in a situation to really do some powerful crafting. When it comes to the influx, what's coming into your life, we have the Chariot upright. And with the Chariot, this is all about getting past obstacles. This is all about crashing through walls, right? We are hurdling all kinds of blocks and stops and bumps along the way, because the Chariot is about a victory in spite of what stands before us. It's about the conquering hero, you. And this energy is being shared with all areas of your life. And we've seen that already in the astrology, the lifting of restrictions, self-imposed or no. We are talking about being able to speed up goals, the substantiation of major plans that maybe we thought we had to take it more carefully with. Maybe it has to do with learning how to do it faster, but also with the Chariot card upright, possibly also finding a faster road or a more powerful vehicle to get us there. And that's going to be applying to all areas, again, of your space. Now with the outflux, if you know tarot, it kind of speaks for itself. We've got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. This whole top row has been about details. Getting understandings of details, understanding that you need to not only match the vibration of the experience you want to have, you need to know what it takes to have the relationship that you want to have, or the energy you want to have, or the experience you want to have. The Eight of Pentacles reversed, what's going away? Well, it's a lack of understanding of the details. Maybe you're in a situation where people who are helping you don't know what it takes to have what you're working on, which can get very difficult, especially when those people are, say, supervisors, or they are instructors, or they are college advisors, or they are career advisors and whatnot, people there to help us build up. And with the outflux of the Eight of Pentacles reversed, a lot of folks, but also a lot of misinformation is going away. Because we're going to be getting you into a space where you can understand not only why is it not happening. We already talked about that. The reason it's not happening is because we're not intimately familiar with it. So we can't match a vibration we don't understand. But also what the missing link is that nobody seems to have an answer to. And that is going to be the cool gift of the week with the outflux of the Eight of Pentacles reversed. For your material concerns, we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Not to sound redundant, but we are dislodging ourselves from a burden we cannot carry anymore. We don't even want to carry anymore. The Seven of Pentacles reversed is talking about something that we have been maybe dealing with, either for ourselves or for another person, or quite possibly a dead end we thought we were stuck in, being cleared, being purged. If you're stuck in a dead end or stuck in a cul-de-sac in any way when it comes to money or a professional concern, we have a path being blazed out of it, cutting clear through the, whatever is behind it, 12 backyards, I don't know, and right into a little bit of a superhighway. Because with the Seven of Pentacles reversed, we are seeing something that really shouldn't be our problem, really shouldn't be our priority anymore, really is not serving anyone, finally going. Whether it's something getting taken off your back at work, taken off your back when it comes to a financial obligation or a financial tie, or even something that is blocking you from being able to do more because of whatever reason. So the good news is, very much like we saw before, limitations gone. When it comes to the external, when it comes to friends and relatives and other people in our life, we've got the Magician in reverse. And with the Magician card in reverse, what often happens when it comes to friends and relatives is that, well, we are seeing a situation where there could be somebody who might be trying to stop us from going down the road we want to go down. And one of the things I'm picking up on is sort of a weird saboteur, but it's a saboteur in a way that shows their insecurities. This is not somebody who wants to see you fail. This is just somebody who doesn't like to see people grow, because that calls awareness to the fact that they're not growing. I don't want this it makes me think of this really silly story where two friends were getting really nasty with each other just because one was got promoted before the other one did. And sometimes it's not about jealousy. Sometimes it's about possessiveness. Sometimes it's, I want my other friend who's not having a good time. I need to be around my commiserators. Where are my commiserators? You're moving on. You found a way out of the abyss. And I'm not saying you're in an abyss, Gemini, but with the Magician card reversed, sometimes those energies and feelings can get projected upon us. And with this card, it can indicate that we might be seeing that this week. Where has somebody been maybe not misleading us, but feeding us overstated concerns to psych us out of our highest goals and ideals? Maybe trying to be dissuasive. Maybe hoping that we co-create with them that comfortable misery. Because eventually, anything on repeat that you can time your watch to, you can fall asleep to. And that might be exactly what this person wants. Something that comfortable. Might be time to take some space. When it comes to your relationships, when it comes to love and romance, we've got the Strength card in reverse. A lot of you Gemini people are going to need to be paying attention to where an unhealthy habit has been sort of flourishing mutually in a new or existing relationship. Now with the Strength card reversed, in a lot of cases, this has to do with listening to fear or listening to the unconscious, letting the insecurities or the stuff that really needs to be healed do the talking, letting the pain body do the talking. And this week I think we have a chance to absolutely nip it in the bud because, well, it looks like a partner. I'm getting the feeling a partner is also kind of aware of this as well. But with the Strength card reversed, it also indicates that maybe in a way that's a bit of a surprise, we're going to start doing some shadow work. There's a moment where you and a partner, or maybe even somebody that you're dating, have to confront where this tendency is. Because in a lot of cases with the Strength card reversed, there's this pendulous swinging left and right. Okay, we're going to deal with it head on, and then we're not, and we're going to reap what we sow. And so we have a chance to end a painful cycle this week when it comes to how maybe a relationship always seems to go down a certain road. Just be careful with the Strength card reversed. Some people, depending on their level of consciousness, are not really in a place where they want to fix something so much as they're just looking for a place to be comfortable and not fix something. Everyone's responsible for their own care in this case, but this is an opportunity for growth. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, just go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.